It's that moment right before the pen hits the paper, before the check leaves your hand, the instant when a single, sharp question slices through everything cluttering your mind. You're staring into the unknown, gripping the weight of not just money, but trust, hope, and maybe even a little fear. What's the one thing running through your head? It's not about buzzwords or flashy presentations. It's about something deeper, something primal. Is this real? Will this work? Can I trust what I'm putting my name and my capital on? Because let's be honest, investing as a limited partner isn't a game. It isn't a quick hit. It's a heavy grinding process. You're carrying not just numbers, but the futures of founders, teams, maybe even entire industries. You've seen the smoke before, the castles built on sand, the promises that shimmer like gold but dissolve the moment you try to hold them. That fear, that gut punch feeling that maybe this time, just maybe, it won't pan out, that's what keeps you up at night. It's real. It's valid. It's the weight on every decision. You want to believe in the venture, in the team, in the vision. But what if that belief is built on something fragile? What if behind the pitch decks and the polished projections, there's nothing but dreams dressed up as facts? The truth is, most investors never get to ask the hard questions. They get dazzled by charisma and clever slides, by jargon and hype, but you're not most investors. You know that beneath every story is a risk that can't be quantified with charts or past results. So, what's the real question? It's not just, will this make money? It's, will this team, this vision stand up when the world tries to blow it down? It's about resilience, about grit, about having the kind of fire inside that can turn a rough start into something greater than anyone expected. Because in this game, numbers can lie, market trends can change overnight, but the true test is character and endurance. Think about your own experiences. How many times have you seen brilliant ideas crash because someone lost faith? How many times has a team with a shaky backbone failed because they couldn't push through the hardest moments? Investing without feeling that fire, without knowing if the founders are ready to fight for what they believe in, that's like jumping without a net. That kind of leap isn't just risky, it's reckless. But here's the thing. The people with that fire, they don't just talk about it. You see it in the way they admit their weaknesses, the way they own their failures before they even happen. They don't manufacture confidence. They demonstrate it in the way they respond when the pressure is on. Watching a founder dance around tough questions, that's your red flag. Seeing one lean in, open up, almost welcoming the challenge, that's your green light. That's the real pulse behind the numbers. And it's not just about reading people. It's about seeing the system, feeling the undercurrents that no spreadsheet shows you. You have to listen between the lines, smell the truth hiding in the gap between what's said and what's left unsaid. Because the world you're investing in is messy and unpredictable. Roads get blocked, markets shift, and luck, yes, luck plays a role. But the difference between failure and success? It's how the founders weather those storms. The best investments aren't about chasing trends. They're about backing the edges, the outliers who refuse to settle for the easiest path, those who reject comfort and conformity because they know what's at stake, those who burn brighter when the night is darkest. That's where the real transformation happens. That's where your capital can become a catalyst, not just for a business, but for a revolution in thinking, in innovation, in how the world works. So as a limited partner, the question to ask isn't just about how much you can get back. It's about the vision you're buying into, the people you're trusting your resources with, and whether those people have the kind of fire that can't be easily snuffed. Ask yourself, do I believe in their soul? Their relentless spirit that won't fold when it's hardest? Because numbers will fade, strategies will falter. But resilience, the kind that's forged in the heat of constant challenge, that stays. That's what creates legacies. And this isn't a question to pose lightly. This is the question that separates those who play it safe from those who change the game. This is the call to step beyond the noise, to pierce the veil and see what others can't or won't. It's the question that turns ordinary investing into something alive, something burning with possibility. You're not here to be comfortable. You're here because deep down you feel the sting of unrealized potential. Because you sense that the world as it stands is just a fragile assumption waiting to be shattered. Because you know that progress comes not from the safe middle, but from the edges, those spaces where discomfort, risk, and fire collide. So when the pitch ends, when the excitement fades, when it's just you and that moment before the check, ask the question that matters. Strip away the noise, the hype, the distractions. Look deeper. Look for the truth no one's shouting about. See if the founders are the kind who will fight, not just survive, but transform. Because your money isn't just capital. It's oxygen for the few who dare to burn brighter, who refuse to fold, who won't settle for borrowed realities. Your trust is the spark that can ignite fire in places others overlook. And when you find that fire, when you see that relentless spirit, that's when you don't just invest. You unleash something that can't be stopped. So before you write that check, don't just listen to the story. Listen to the heartbeat beneath it. Question everything. Demand more than answers. Seek transformation. Because at the end of the day, that one question is never just about the deal. It's about discovering the few who will turn the impossible into the inevitable. And those few? They're the ones who will shape the future you want to be part of. Now hold that thought tight, because the world isn't waiting. The next great journey doesn't start with comfort. It starts with fire. Ain't cheap.